It has arrived. The day has come. The day has come. As soon as the link opened up at work, yo, I instantly went to my supervisor and I told her straight up. I said, look, I'm gonna have to leave a little early today. I made up some excuse and I was just like, yo, I gotta get up out of here, yo. In my mind, all I kept saying was Uzi dropping. I'm really about to just tell her straight up, like, yo, Uzi dropping. I'm gonna just keep it real. It's more important than his work right now. I can't focus on this work anyway. There's no way I'm gonna be able to sit at work while this album is out and y'all all enjoying it, and I'm sitting at work still typing on the computer. Nah, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to function right because all I'm gonna think about is listening to this. So I got up out of there, and here I am. I'm back at the crib. And I don't want to talk no more. I'm not giving no backdrop on how I feel about Uzi and his music. Y'all know. I just told you I'm hyped. He ain't never put out a bad song if you ask me. I don't expect him to start today. Track number 1. Baby Pluto.
Static in my city. Who fucking with me? Pull up with this 30 and this chopper holding 50. Man, I heard that nigga Mickey. That's too risky. Yeah. Whole lot of hoes, whole lot of men. Yeah, whole lot of clothes. Nigga be stealing my swag. Whole lot of emeralds. Please tuck your baguette. I ain't fuck a bitch so long, I do it in a Honda Accord. I had to count my money on the unemployed.
This one is just off of first listen, it's you know what I'm saying? I'm not really pressed for the track like that. I ain't gonna lie. So let's go. Track number 2, Lo Mein.
That brick and boot, they be knee high, man. Now when I look down, you know I can't see my egg. Man, she asked for some racks, give her 3 times 10. Put her right in the condo, put her in the bin. My brother good Eli, man. Cartier's got diamonds all in the middle, like a nigga put up with 3 eyes, man. Just know them shits, they all GI, man. Everybody got rollies, that's 2 time frame. More walking all on the money. When I move, my diamonds still sunny. When I move, I don't you know 20s.
First of all, second track was a little bit better than the first. It was harder. The beat was a little bit harder. It was more up tempo. His flow was, it was cool. It was a good track. Not my favorite still, but it was cool. But what I'm noticing from these tracks is he at the end, it's like he's almost getting, I don't know. I would have to hear how the third track ends, but it seems like he's adding more and more to the ending skit. Like at first it was like, what the and then it cut off, but then this time he's like, what the is she smoking? Like boom. Like now he said like the sentence was longer this time. So maybe after like this third track, he'll say, what the heck? Is she smoking? What's going on? Maybe it'll lead to a full conversation by the end of the album, maybe. I'm thinking. Track number 3, Silly Watch. Whew. I knew it. I knew it was coming. I heard a snippet from him. Everybody was calling it 40 Glock. Some people called it Silly Watch. It was a snippet I seen from him. Like, all his friends was like, he was in the hood. All his friends was like dancing in front of the store. He was bumping it in his car. I heard a little piece of it. That was the one song I was anticipating. I was like, man, I hope he dropped that joint. This is it.
I came in with a new 40 Glock. When your bitch make that hoe want a milli rock. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock.
Stop. You hear how he came in though? You hear how he came in? I came in with it. Oh, that's fire. Hold on, say it again.
I came in with a new 40 Glock. When your bitch make that hoe want a milli rock. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock. Funny money, no, this is not no silly guap. Got a richer milli, this not a silly guap. Good, but she wear Fashion Nova. Took a shop and put her right in some Venomous. Got a bitch, yeah, she live in New York, but I took her right down right in LA. Spent 100,000 right at the Bevan. With my boys and no, we do not milli rock. Funny money, no, this is not no silly guap. Got a richer milli, this not a silly guap. All this money make me want hit my Diddy bot. Tell her at the bank, just give me luck. At the dealer.
I don't even want to talk about it right now, man. My head hurts. I'm getting a headache. Y'all know. Lord have mercy. Let me hit my cup. Track number 4, Pop.
Straight bars. Bow, 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 bow.
Straight bars. Word. All right. Let's see straight bars.
But on the real, she in denial. Diamond water, yeah, it look like a river. Look like I'm standing in denial.
Okay. Alright. Denial. Like, alright, she's in denial. Diamond water chain or something like that. Look like I'm standing in denial. Like, not denial, but like denial, like the Nile River. The Nile River, but he flipped it like denial. I get. Alright, I see you. You trying, I see you.
Chippies wanna talk, Messi going dumb, she don't stop. Put it in her mouth, make her jaw lock. Hell got faster than your whip, so why would I tell you about the whips that I got? Let's go. Pop. A 17 Lil Uzi Vert from the 16. Got a million, no Christine. Neck clean, wrist clean, fist clean.
I got a million. No Christine, like no Christina Million. I get you. I see he's trying. He just mad off beat. Like, he's off beat, but I get it. I think he's doing it on purpose because he knows how to catch a beat. But it's throwing me off a little bit. That track wasn't all that. I'm gonna keep it real. It was kind of whack when I really think about it. It was the beat was hard. Don't get me wrong. The beat was hard. It was just like, he started off cool, but after a while, he was just mad off beat. And I could tell my boy wasn't trying that hard towards the end of the song. The hook wasn't all that. I'm the one to make your girl wanna pop. I'm the one to make your girl wanna drop. I'm the one to make her want to give me top. I'm the one. It's like, elementary school bars. But I don't expect bars from him. But the only reason I was looking into it like that is because he said all bars in the beginning. He's gonna give y'all some bars. Like, you said it. I didn't think you was going to, but you said it. Oh, I hit myself. Now that ending skit right there, he basically was just like, it sounded like he's getting abducted. It sounded like he's running. It added a little more to the story, like he's running from something. I guess he's seen a spaceship, and it sounded like he was getting abducted because you hear him screaming like, oh, then it's fading away or whatever. So I'm gonna say he's getting abducted. Track number 5. You better move.
You better move. Oh, you better move. Oh, you better move. Oh, you better move. Don't need no water to mix up this juice. They say why your chain it look like a choker. That's for the slaves that had to wear the noose. No, you can't cuff me, baby. Let me loose.
This reminds me of what's the song I love to race to? For Real. It kind of reminds me of For Real. It's not as fast. It's like slower, but like with the weird sounds, like the little video game sounds. You know what I'm talking about. If you heard For Real, you know what I'm talking about. It reminds me of that. And it's like he just playing with the beat, like just having fun with it. He keeps stopping it and letting it go. That it reminds me of For Real in that sense.
Where's Boo? Every chain on, I pity your food. On my iPod, man, you more like a Zoom. Made her eat on my dick with a spoon. Ew.
Hey, yo. Do y'all remember Zooms? I only knew one. My best friend had a Zoom in high school. Like that, he's the only person I know to this day who ever had a Zoom. I don't know nobody who ever bought one. They was clutch though, bro. Everybody was buying iPods. This nigga came with the Zoom. It was kind of like everybody having an iPhone and you just whip out the Android or like a BlackBerry. That song is fire, and I know it's gonna dump even harder in the whip. Even harder in the whip. Oh my God. Track number 6 is Homecoming.
I got one. I think her name Nikki, and I fuck with Nikki cause she not too picky and she not too choosy, but sometimes she bougie. I play with a kitty and she make it sticky. You got it, just don't catch that nigga, can't find it. Baby, where you mind it? Come here, girl, sign it. Matter of fact, never mind it. Front door, find it. After the climax, scream on my name every time we behind it. When I heard the door, get a baby with my son, go get your own money. Hold on, I got you. What's wrong? Matter of fact, you ain't help me when I had no money. 300,000, yeah, that's your money.
That's fire. I knew it was a banger the minute he said, I'm fly as the Birdman, but I don't wear no lugs. First of all, I hate lugs. Them Jones was trash when they dropped like in 2003, 4, something like that. As you can see from the end of the song is another skit where he basically said, he's abducted. He's strapped down to like a table or a chair or something. He said, oh, I just got to push this button. He's strained to push the button. He clicks the button and now he's loose. And now that he's loose, he goes into the next song to say, I'm sorry.
Keep calling me like I'm back. She got me acting outside, damn. Everything bad, damn. That's why you can't fuck with fans. Everything in life is written. My bomb ain't chain barely fitting. She do anything just to fit in. Oh my gosh, she started licking.
It's giving me the vibes of Rhonda Winners. You not gonna act like you never lost. Come back in like you Ronda Rousey.
I'm so sorry that I'm trying to fix it. I'm sorry for everything I ever said. Yeah, I'm sorry if you were misled.
It's not bad at all. It's not my favorite, but it's dope. I think it's just because it's a completely different vibe. Like I was just, for the past 2 tracks, I'm jumping out my seat because the beats is knocking, and then you just completely give me a 360 switch and hit me with like a, not a love song, but like a I'm not in love song. You know what I mean? Like, and what's funny is like, I feel like I'm gonna hear it at a different time and it's gonna hit harder, but it's hard right now. It's dope. And it's funny because some of the lines hit me like, he's like, I'm not the one, you the one that sprung. Hey, I know that vibe. I know that vibe very, I ain't gonna say nothing, I ain't get me in trouble. But track number 8 is Celebration Station. Okay.
Make that girl dance, let's go. Yeah. What is mine, that is yours. You can't hold my glam. Yes, I own my glam. Spend 100,000 on a brand new point on choker. Automatic girls got a motor. I can feel that shit in my shoulder. Brand new watch cost quarter, and you know it's flooded in water. Where am I? Never seen
That it sounded mad corny though. He said, where am I? At first I was gonna write it off as like, like why you, like he's still in that same vibe. It remind me of the vibe of the last song. It sound like I'm sorry a little bit, just a little, maybe a little faster. But like I didn't like the techno part at first, like the do 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 do. It's like, I don't like them joints. But it worked somehow. You know what saved that sound? I tuned that sound out and let the girl sing in the beautiful voice, just harmonizing in the back. It sounded real melodic and atmospheric. I let that go. I said, okay, now that is fire. And the beat was knocking too. So I'm like, okay, I can see me getting into that. I'm a really rock with that at a later time. Can't keep thinking every song is supposed to be one of them bangers like that. Track number 9, Bigger Than Life.
When I put in my dick, she was screaming, she said, come on, take it out. And loyalty, I swear that's everything. And for me, got niggas that's gonna kill it out. And when I do a show, it's 100,000 with the venue, probably with just paying out. Don't play with niggas, these niggas, they hoes. I just do everything that I'm supposed. These niggas, they is really not my bros. These niggas, they my foes. Me hating out. Got a V12, that's all on my engine. That's probably the reason I'm out here be racing out. Walked in and I had to go get a bag. Walked in, had to go get a big bag. Yeah.
That's beautiful music right there. Like, it's funny because he could say the most outlandish stuff on the most beautiful beat, and it's still beautiful. Like, not many people could do that. Track number 10, Chrome Heart Tags.
See it with the cheese do. I understand, charge it to the game. Everybody want to feast too. I put gold all up on my neck. I put gold on my teeth too. No, she ain't never gonna talk back. Get big money, that's a tall bag. Go to bed off to the small bag. Look at my bag, Chrome Heart Tags. Louis V.
It remind me of I think it's Erasure Social. Now I got no on me. Got no Snapchat homie. Nah, got it back on me. Yeah, like I get what I remember he said it's gonna feel like 2016 when I dropped this album. I get it now. Like it sound like some of his old songs, like that vibe, some of the melodies, like he bring them back, like he's bringing them back.
Cause I ran into a nigga and I need all that. Murakami on my walls. Nigga, where your cars at? I just beat a nigga up. And said, Davis, that's all facts. Call my phone, don't answer me, then I told the girl, don't call back. Drip, splash, I can just stop.
Fire. That's fire. And like I said, it remind me of Erasure Social, but it felt like it's like he's taking old songs he did before and amping them up. Like, yo, turn the bass up this time. This time, make it hit even harder. It remind me of Erasure Social, but like the beat is better. Like, I don't think the beat ever dropped on Erasure Social, if I'm not wrong. It was no beat really came in. It was just like beautiful sounds, like, and claps. Anyway, track number 11 is Bust Me.
Make you at the market, say please talk to me. Had that watch Now she want a slow grind. She said I was nothing. Hug me with them closed eyes. No, she sucked it. And I wear my clothes tight like I'm David Ruff. Don't flash me. These niggas want me to slip. Want me to trip. They wanna hunt me.
First of all, that song is fire. The song is fire. The beat is punching. It's still on that chill vibe like the last few songs been. It's nothing. It's not one of them hard hitting joints. I mean, it's the bass is knocking, the beat is hard, but it's not the vibe like one of them turn up joints. But it's fire though. Track number 12 is Prices. Okay. I heard he had a song where he sampled Travis Scott's Way Back. I heard there was a song on here that did that. I just want to say that Way Back, did he sample something in Way Back? Did Travis sample something? Or is that just original music? Because whoever played that little harmonica flute, I don't know what sound it is. Whoever played it though is a genius.
1, 2, 3, yeah. You is a lie. You is not come from these sides. You cannot come to this side. Yeah. Gangsta, but my jeans too tight. Got a model with Villa Lago. She got a condo out in Cabo. I skipped in her pussy, then hop. Yeah. I heard that bitch, she was hot. Hickory, dickory, dock. VVS all in my clock.
He flipped it perfect. It's not much you need to do to the sample alone. He could have just rapped over the sample and it would have hit. But the beat, he threw that the beat hit so hard. That is fire. I rock with that. Track number 13 is Urgency featuring Sid. I rock with Sid heavy. Her last album, I think that joint dropped, what, 2017? That joint is fire. I think it's called Finn, if I'm not wrong. Finn. She got a song on there called Body. You gotta hear that joint, is fire.
Rap on, got my rap on, yeah.
Just so you can have fun, yeah. Got a mission that you ain't that something.
I rock with that. I didn't know what to expect from them two together. I know her vibe. I know his vibe. I knew he would kind of do a little more singing to get to her vibe. It's fire though. The beat was hard. They met in the middle. He was still being himself. She was being herself. That's fire. It's fire. I rock with that joint. Track number 14. How do I say this? Venetia?
Lil Uzi Vert, to be exact. And I'm not from
It was a leaked song that he put out. Well, he didn't put it out. Somebody put it out. It's called Harden. And it starts off with a similar sound like that in the beginning. That's what it sounds like. It reminds me of Harden.
We got some new bands, we got some new bands, yeah. We got some new bands, we got some new bands, yeah. Treating these videos like this is old bands, yeah. I fuck that little bitch, told her just bring her friends, yeah. She run on that birthday, but pockets are full. Yeah, she like my wordplay, no way they stop you. Let's go. We got some new bands, we got some new bands, yeah. Now why the fuck would I give up on my gang if my gang never gave up on me?
Ooh.
I never ever tell my niggas I don't care if they give me 30 degrees.
Ooh.
I'm always gonna be a 1600 nigga with mine connecting the streets. Play with the pussy, yeah, as fast as I can, yeah. I'ma just
I'm going to play with the coochie as fast as I can. Like, imagine that. Just got the stanky panky going on. The song is hard. The only problem I'm having is it's so chill this last half of the album. Like, I ain't got no turn up joke. Besides Prices. Prices was fire. But it's still got the sounds in it that sound so melodic. It's not like the jump out your seat turn up joints. I guess I want them low key. But that's the mood I'm in right now. Like, I'm still thinking about going back to Homecoming. Like, I low-key want to play Homecoming again, but I'm trying to get through this album. But I rock with the song, though. It's hard. It's not bad at all. It's hard. Track number 15 is Secure the Bag.
secure that bag, getting naked, yeah. They missing the way, yeah. She used to play, yeah. Now she your homies. They try to get your baloney. These niggas full of baloney. She see I'm running a race. Say my name, Atake. Hello? Bro, I just saw 3. I never saw nothing like this. I never saw anything in my whole entire life like this.
I'm not sure what's happening with the skit now. Like, he kind of just talking about, like, I don't know, he called his mans and he's just like, yo, I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing 3 different, he ain't even saying what he's seeing. I don't know what's happening at this point. But I do know that that song was kind of mid, but all right. Last track I'm going to play, because I already heard the bonus tracks. Last track is P2, which I'm assuming, I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is part 2. I'm going to say part 2, P2 part 2. And I'm going to say it's a part 2 of EXO Tour Life, just because he tweeted one day, like, EXO Tour Life has a part 2 to it. And I see from the, like, I'm looking at the producer credits, TM88 made this beat. And he made EXO Tour Life.
I'm starting right, girl, my money's right. Yeah, hey, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and he's saying stuff from EXO Tour Life. And my money, right? I'm alright. Yeah. Oh, EXO Tour Life was my favorite song in the world for like 6, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Oh my God. I could do a whole video on how much I used to love that song, yo.
I don't really care sometimes. I don't realize it's not fun. There's no emotion on my face, cause I'm not. You see my head, I got a whole nother check, not talking verified. Rest in peace, my dad. I am no hater, you be in the same way, but only difference is that you do not own me. Messing with your head, messing with your head, whoa, messing with your head, whoa. I just got richer overseas, yeah.
Let me keep it real. That low-key trash. Never thought I'd say it. If the song is already classic, it's a banger, it's one of your greatest songs ever, maybe the greatest song you ever did, there's no need for you to try to redo it. Because you can never get back the moment that you made that song. When you made it, it was just a moment you was in. You can't recreate it always. It's not always, like, the sequel to movies don't always be fire. Like, part 2 don't always be as lit as part 1. Because, like, you can't recreate that vibe again. Sometimes it's just a one of one. Like, yo, I killed it. I can never redo that. Like, I just got to move on in life and just, you know, what makes it bad is that he put it on this album. If he would have just dropped it, like, as a random throwaway or something, maybe I could see, like, him remixing it, maybe putting somebody else on it or something. Maybe even closer back in 2017 when he dropped this. Maybe 2018 he would have dropped this as a remix with, like, somebody else on it. But nah, not for this album. People saying that Uzi was scared to drop the album because he don't feel like he got enough momentum. He got momentum, like, from the fans who's anticipating it, but he wants another hit leading into the album, like EXO Tour Life. That's his biggest song to date. Like, he hasn't topped that yet. He sold so many records with that. So he's like, yo, I want another song like that. Now, I didn't know whether to believe it or not. But after hearing that song, I could believe it. After P2, I believe it because I could see he clearly was trying to, he wanted to live in that moment again. It just ain't the same, though. But anyway, we at the end of the album. Time for me to give a review based off of first listen. I don't feel like I grasped it fully. Like, I feel like I was so excited going into it. The excitement is all over me. So I don't want to say, like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest album ever. And I don't want to say I'm disappointed either. I don't know how to feel. It's off of first listen. I feel like I got to play it back and then I'll understand it more. Like, I'll have a full, clear understanding of how I feel about it after, like, a second or third listen. Like, if I had to say honestly off of first listen, it wasn't like when I listened to Love Is Rage 2. Love Is Rage 2, each song was catching me. I was like, oh my God, it's a new flow. Like, oh my God. With this one, it wasn't that. It was like, oh, okay, that's all right. Oh, that kind of reminded me of that one song he did. He just made the beat a little different and like made it a little harder. I get it. Oh, okay, he's trying to reminisce back at the time when he did that one song. It's like he took every song that was fire from his past and redid them. And he took the flows, but just put them on different beats It just amped him up a little bit. There is some elements where I feel like he stood out. Like Silly Watch is hard. You Better Move is hard. Homecoming is hard. What's the other joint? Bigger Than Life is fire. Bigger Than Life is fire. Prices, he took the Travis sample. Fire. The song with Sid is fire. He got some fire on here. Don't get me wrong. Most of these songs is really hard. The problem is some of the songs sound like past songs. I was looking at the production credits. I clearly see he burned some bridges. Don Cannon had nothing to do with this album. Don Cannon did none of the production, and he made some of Uzi's best songs. He made Money Longer. He did Canadian. He did the whole not Perfect Love tape. Lil Uzi Vert versus the World. He did that whole tape, damn near. Except for like when Metro came in every once in a while. But he pretty much did that whole tape. He pretty much had something to do with all of Uzi's tapes leading up to like Love Is Rage 2. He had something to do with all of them. Gave him some of the best songs of his life. Marley Raw gave Uzi some of the best songs of his life. Like his whole career, he'll never top some of them songs because Marley Raw's beats was so hard. But I seen him tweeting, talking crazy, and now you can't go back to Marley Raw no more. You can't go back to Don Cannon. The people who was giving you bangers, the ones who was making you legendary, making the songs classics, like, damn, you hear the beat, and then you just floating over them, you can't get them back. So he's using whoever he got left, which is like working on Dying, Bugs Ronin, I don't know how to say Bugs Ronin. He got a new dude called, what's his name? This dude is called, he's all over the Brandon Finessing. That dude is all over this album. Brandon Finessing. I don't know who that is, but he killed some of these beats. Do not get it twisted. These beats is hard. They were trying to tap into a zone that Don Cannon and Marley Raw already set for him. And that's a little hard. If I had to rate it off of first listen, I would give it an 8 out of 10 right now. It would be an 8 out of 10. I expected it to be a little higher, but it's still better than a lot of the albums I listen to. But I was expecting something else from it. I was almost hoping I could get this a 10 out of 10 for real for the first time, but it's pretty much almost impossible to get a 10 out of 10 from me. But anyway, I want y'all to comment below. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all like the album? True Uzi fans, was it disappointing, or was it everything you wanted it to be and more? And try to take yourself out of the hype, because we've been waiting 3 years for this. So take yourself out of the hype. Listen to it a few times and come back, comment, tell me what you think. Is it fire, or is it just like, could have been a little better? Like, you know what I mean? Hit the thumbs up if you didn't already. Subscribe if you didn't already. It's your boy New Era Mar. I'm out. Peace.